I wanted to do the film because I wanted to work with Anthony, who I knew. But I read the script and it was just unlike anything that people are making because it's so warm and uncynical and it seems like the perfect antidote to the times that we live in. It was a tribute to optimism in some ways and the resilience of the human spirit and what else? I felt the story was the perfect story for our times. It just felt like it was a can-do thing, and it celebrated the unseen and invisible people who make our lives happen. And is there anything more pertinent to our times? It's the story of a woman and her strength of belief and the innocence and beauty of her hope, really, in some ways. Mrs. Harris, Ada, to me, believes that she deserves better and she deserves the best. And just because she's an undereducated cleaning woman doesn't mean that she can't have and realize the dreams of anybody else on the planet. And it's a tribute to her and anybody like that. I play Archie, who's a bookie. He's a big neighborhood character. He's friendly with Ada and her mate Vi. He's friendly with everybody, actually. And he's a bit of a ladies' man. The thing about Leslie, and one of the reasons she's such a great actress, is that there's such detail and subtlety in everything that she does. And so, although off camera I was a little bit intimidated for about 5 minutes just by her, how in awe of her I was. Her Ada is so complex and so rich and so exquisite and beautiful in her self-belief and her self-doubt, married, that it's very, very hard not to lean in and fall in love with her. Some directors like to stay distant and direct from an ivory tower. Anthony wants to be involved, he wants to know everybody, texting everybody, he wants to have as many social events as he can. And he directs, he's the leader of a group. He doesn't feel like he's dragging you into his world, he jumps into your world, and it's incredibly empowering. Anthony has a meticulous, slightly obsessive attention to detail that might not serve any other profession so well as it does a director. And you feel very, very safe in his hands. It's a magical era. People just emerging from the austerity of the post-war rationing, and there's a kind of explosion of joy going on, not for everybody, and possibly not for Ada unless she busts through it. But the clothes are great, the music is great, and the sense of hope in the air and optimism is rampant. We have the Oscar-winning Jenny Bevan, who I've worked with before as a costume designer. Not only does she have to recreate the greatest dresses ever made in fashion history, but she's got this fabulous palette to play with. So we had a very, very good time choosing the costumes. It's frustrating only to wear one in each scene. I'd like to do some quick changes. But they're flamboyant. I'm playing a flamboyant character. He likes to dress on his limited resources. So I've got a selection of fabulously colored waistcoats. I've got spats on. They look like that, and they're fabulous. And I'm jealous of everybody else in the scenes as well and what they're getting to wear. The film's about achieving your dreams, and it's both a fantasy and a reality. You can achieve anything you put your mind to, hopefully, and even if you don't, the journey is all, the goal is all. Hopefully people take that from our story. Something magical and intangible happens in a big dark room when we're told a story together. We feel less alone. We see some truthful human behavior on the screen, whether it makes us laugh or scream or just feel part of a common cause. It doesn't happen when you watch things by yourself. We need to gather in groups. We always have, and hopefully we always will. The film is warm and uncynical and funny and moving, and you'll believe. You'll believe in the power of human beings to push through and be the best version of themselves. And how many stories do that?